In this module, we are going to discuss about reflection, ray diagrams which can be formed out of the mirrors, spherical mirrors, concave mirror and convex mirrors, and some problems which are based on the spherical mirrors, and they are taken from your NCERT book. Okay, so first we are going to learn about the parts of a mirror. So the what are the mirrors? We are going to talk about the first one is the concave mirror. This is the first one, and the second one is the convex mirror. So what is the basic difference between concave and convex mirror? The reflective surface. Okay, so this is the reflective surface. Okay, when it is curved inwards, it is known as concave mirror. Okay, and when the reflective surface is curved outwards, okay, here it is getting curved outwards, and that kind of mirror is known as your convex mirror. Okay, so the reflective surface means the surface where the light rays will strike and they will reflect back. That is, that surface is having the ability to reflect the lights. And the non-reflective surface, that you can mark using the lines in this way. Okay, using the lines in this way you can mark the non-reflective surface. Okay, so for suppose the mirror, this is just a arc, or this is just a part of the circle, and if you draw the full circle, then we are getting a circular shape, and also we are getting a center. Okay, and also we are getting a radius. So that center for the mirror, for the concave mirror or for the convex mirror, it is known as center of curvature. And for the radius, we can say it is the radius of curvature. Okay, and the line or the diameter which passes through the center of curvature, that is known as principal axis. Okay, and the principal axis where it is getting intersected with the mirror, at that point is known as pole. Okay, or we can represent it as P. Okay, and these all parts are seen for the convex mirror also. The center for the circle, the imaginary circle which can be formed out of this small part of the mirror, that is known as the that forms a circle, and the center is known as center of curvature. And the distance between the center and the pole means where the principal axis is getting intersected with the surface of the mirror, that point is known as pole, and the distance between the pole and the center is known as radius of curvature. Okay, so these things you need to understand well to make the ray diagrams. Okay, so next we are going to see how the focus is getting formed. Okay, so when the focus is getting formed, that forms when the parallel rays, okay, so here you can see these are the incident rays and these are the parallel rays. So when the parallel rays come, parallel rays means to which line it is parallel, these are parallel to the principal axis. So when the light rays are coming and they are parallel to the principal axis, and when they strike to the reflective surface of the mirror, concave mirror or convex mirror, they will obviously bend because it is having the ability to reflect the light rays, the reflective surface, so they will bend. And for concave mirror, the bending of light rays is converging in nature, means they will all the bent light rays or the reflected light rays will go towards each other, and they will meet at a certain point, and that point is known as focus. And you can represent it in the diagram as F. Okay, and the distance between the focus and the pole, okay, the focus and the pole, the distance is known as focal length. In the same way, for the convex mirror also we can represent it as capital F in the diagram, and the distance between the pole and the focus is known as focal length. But what is the difference in the formation of focus between the concave mirror and the convex mirror is, in the case of convex mirror, the light rays are diverging in nature. Diverging in the sense, after getting striked with the reflective surface के साथ जब वो strike करते हैं, then they all go in opposite directions, they all go away from each other. All the reflected rays, they all go away from each other, and they are imagined to meet at the non-reflective side of the mirror. They are imagined that they are getting made. And the when you extend those reflected light rays, you will see that they are getting joined at a particular point, and that particular point is known as focus. Okay, so this is what about your formation of focus. So next we are going to see how the ray diagram is formed in case of concave mirror, and then we'll see for the convex mirror. So here it is for the concave mirror. So first case is when the object is present at the infinity. Wherever I am saying that the object is present at infinity, it means it is not present inside the curvature of the circle which is formed by the mirror. Okay, so it is out of the circular curvature. So that is your position, object position. So when the object position means where the object is placed, that is the object position. So when the object position is at infinity and the light rays are coming parallel to the principal axis, their nature is to converge, and they will all meet at the point that is known as focus point. Okay, and the distance between the focus and the pole is focal length. And so the image is formed at the focus. So this is about the first ray diagram. In the second ray diagram, okay, we'll from the first, second, third, fourth, so in all these ray diagrams, the object is going little bit towards the mirror. Okay, so here in the first case it was at infinity, in the second case it has come beyond C. Okay, it has come beyond the center of curvature. Okay, it is placed at such a position which is just before the center of curvature. So here you can see one parallel light ray is coming. Parallel means it is parallel to the principal axis, and it is going through the focus. And another light ray that is coming through the center of curvature. And remember, the light ray which is coming through the center of curvature, that will be reflected in the same direction. Okay, that will be reflected, and it will again pass through the center of curvature. So you can see the light rays, the direction, this is the direction for the incident light ray, and after getting reflected, it is again passing through the same direction through the center of curvature. So the reflected ray direction is also in the same way. And where these two reflected light rays are getting intersected, this is the point where the reflected light rays are meeting. That point is A dash. So when you extend a line starting from A dash towards perpendicularly towards the principal axis, it is meeting at the point B dash, and that line becomes the image. Okay, so that is forming the A dash, and B dash is forming the image in the second case. Okay, and where the image is located, the image is located between C and F, between the center of curvature and the focus. So you should remember the formation of image or the position of the image with respect to the object position. So when the object is positioned beyond C, the image is getting formed between C and F. Okay, and in the third figure we are going to see that the object is positioned now at C. As I have told you earlier, that object is moving towards the mirror. So in the first case it is at infinity beyond the circular curvature. Again it has come to little bit towards the mirror, so it is now placed beyond C. Now it is at C, and in the next diagram you can see the object is placed between C and F, and in the next between C and F, here it is the object. Okay, and in the next diagram the object is now moved to F at focus, and in the last one the object is placed between F and P. Okay, so now we are going to see where the image will be formed. So in the first case the image is formed at F, and in the second case the image is formed between C and F. In our next diagram the image will be formed at C. Okay, as the object moves towards the mirror, okay, object moves towards the mirror, the image moves away from the mirror. reflective surface of the mirror. So that is why you can see in the first case the image is formed at F. In the second case it is getting formed between C and F. Again it has moved little further away from the mirror surface, reflective surface, it is formed at C, and again it is forming beyond C. Okay, and in the last but second one the image is getting formed at infinity. Okay, and in the last ray diagram the image is getting formed on the non-reflective side of the mirror. Okay, so in the third case, when the object is taken, okay, so this is the object. So when the object is taken, the object is always AB, object is AB, and the light ray, one parallel incident ray and the another one is going through the focus. Okay, so remember, when the light ray is going parallelly, it will always reflect through the focus, and when the incident ray is going through the focus, it will reflect parallelly. Okay, so both the reflected rays are meeting in such a way at such a point. From that point, if you will extend a perpendicular line to the principal axis, it will meet to the position where the object is placed. Okay, so AB is the object, and A dash B dash is the image. Okay, so here you can see the object position is towards the upside, and here the image is towards the downside, and it is also the same in case of the C figure. The object is towards the upside, image is downside. So when they are oriented in this opposite direction, the image is said to be inverted. Okay, and it is for getting formed in the reflective side. Okay, in all the cases it is getting formed on the reflective side. So when the image gets formed in the reflected side, reflective surface of the mirror, on the reflective surface side, that image is known to be real image. Okay, real image. And when the orientation is opposite to that of the object, that is known as inverted image. Okay, so next we are going to see about the D figure. So in the D figure, the object has now come little bit towards the reflective surface, that is, it is now placed between C and F. AB you can see here. Okay, AB, this one is AB. So the light rays, incident light rays, one is coming parallelly, so obviously it will the reflected light ray from this will pass through the focus. Okay, and the another light ray is going through the center, so it will reflect again through the center. Okay, and where they both of them are getting intersected, at that point you can form the image. Okay, from the intersecting point, mark it as A dash, and from here extend a perpendicular line to the principal axis, and you will get the A dash B dash as the image. And here also it is oriented opposite to the direction of the object, so this is also an inverted image, and the image is also getting formed in front of the mirror or on the reflective surface of the on the side reflective surface side of the mirror, so it is also real image. Okay, so in the next one also you can see the image is getting formed at infinity out of somewhere, which is somewhere at some place which is not inside its curvature, in the circular curvature of the mirror, but it is in front of the mirror, so it is known as real image. Okay, and AB, here you can see this is the object and it is placed at F, so the object position is at F. In the last one, the object has now come very much close to the reflective surface, so it is now placed between the pole and the focus. Okay, so the AB is the object. So through the AB, one light ray is getting incidented through the, it is passing through the center and coming back through the center, and another one is making some angle at the pole, and when it will reflect, it will also make the same angle because of the law of reflection, angle I equals to R. Okay, so with the normal, always they will be making the same angle, so it is passing in this direction. And when you extend both the reflected rays on the non-reflective side surface of the mirror, they are supposed to meet at a point. Okay, they are supposed to meet at a point which is behind the mirror. For suppose it is this position A, and from here if you will extend a perpendicular line towards the principal axis, you will get the image. And here the image is in the same direction as the object. Okay, both are facing upwards, so the image is erect and the image is also virtual because it is getting formed behind the mirror. So next we are going to see, here is the table. This table is also available in your NCERT book. Clearly it is given where the object is placed, that is the position of the object, and where you will get the image for that particular object position, that is also given. And what about the size of the mirror image, and what about the nature of the image. Here the object is positioned very much away from the reflective surface of the mirror, and little by little it is coming towards the reflective surface of the mirror. Okay, first it is coming little bit towards the mirror, beyond C, then at C, then between C and F, and the last one is very close between P and F. And the image, you can see, it is going away from the pole of the mirror. That is, first it is formed at F when the object is positioned at infinity, and as the object is coming towards the mirror, the image is going away from the mirror. Second one is between F and C, then at C, then beyond C, and the finally behind the mirror. Okay, and then image is also easy to remember. First it will be very point sized, highly diminished, and later on the image size will increase. Okay, so behind the mirror this will be a very enlarged image. Okay, at C it is same image, and after that it will start increasing the size of the image. And the coming to the nature of the image, the only in the last case it is getting formed behind the mirror, so it is virtual, and also towards both the object and image, they are both of them are facing upwards, so they are erect image, and all other cases it is real and inverted. Okay, so next we are going to see the ray diagrams which is formed by the convex mirror. So this one is very easy, only it is having two positions of the object. One is at the infinity, another one is anywhere between infinity and the pole. Okay, so first one is showing you that the object is at infinity, the parallel light rays are coming parallel to the principal axis, and convex mirror is diverging in nature, so both of them are reflected light rays are going away from each other, but they are supposed to meet behind the mirror. So the supposed reflected lines are represented by the dotted lines, you can see, and they are meeting at a point on the principal axis. That point is known as focus. Okay, F, it is represented F, and focus always lies on the principal axis. Okay, so the next diagram of convex mirror is, the object is, you can place it anywhere between infinity and the pole, anywhere you can place here, anywhere. Okay, so one light ray that is coming parallel, it is getting reflected, obviously the dotted reflected line behind the mirror will pass through the focus. Okay, and another one that is coming, and the incident light ray is behind the mirror, it will pass through center, so obviously the reflected line also will pass through the center, will go backwards the reflected line ray, and they are supposed to meet at a point, and if you extend that point towards the principal axis, you will get the image line, or the position the image, that is A dash B dash. Okay, this is the image, you can see the image is very small with respect to the object. Okay, so in case of convex mirror, the size of the image is always very small, highly diminished, and in the second case it is diminished, and always it is getting formed behind the mirror, so it is virtual, and the direction of both the object and the image is same, so it is the erect image. Okay, and when it is at infinity, when the position of the object is at infinity, image you will be getting at the focus. Okay, and when the position is between the infinity and the pole, the image you will be getting between P and F. Okay, anywhere between pole and the focus behind the mirror. So this is all about the ray diagrams. Okay, so next is some NCERT problems. Okay, so before doing NCERT problems, you should get to by heart all the sign convention for object distance, image distance, for the focal lengths. Okay, so for suppose this is here the image, here the mirror is placed. Okay, and imaginary line, okay, in the imaginary x-axis is passing through the pole. Okay, so this is the horizontal x-axis and the vertical y dash this is. Okay, so if the object is placed on the px dash on the negative axis of the Cartesian plane, then the object distance, okay, from P to B is the object distance, so that is taken as negative. Okay, if the image is getting formed in the negative axis, for suppose here, then the image distance you can also take as negative. But if the image is getting formed, like in case of the convex mirror, the image distance you have to take positive, because the image is getting formed on the positive axis. Okay, and so this is about the object distance and the image distance. In the same way, focal length also, for the concave mirror, the focus is always on the negative axis, so the focal length for concave mirror will be negative. And for the convex mirror, the focus is found behind the mirror. For suppose this is the convex mirror, and the focus is found behind the mirror, so the focal length is on the positive x-axis, so focal length is equal to positive. So these are the ray diagrams which you should remember, and accordingly the sign conventions also you need to remember. And the object length, okay, object length, if it is parallel, this is the y-axis. Okay, this is the y-axis, and the object length is, if it is parallel to the positive y-axis, object height of the object, okay, height of the object is positive. If the image or the object, what mainly the image only, because object is taken always as positive and on the negative x-axis. So when the image height is formed in this way, parallel to the negative y-axis, then the image height is taken negative. Okay, so these are the sign convention. So this is example 10.1 from your NCERT book. So what is the example? Read it properly. What are the given things? Point them down. Okay, so the first one is, it is about the convex mirror. Okay, so you know convex mirror, the focus is found on the positive axis. Okay, convex mirror, and they have given you the radius of curvature. Okay, and there is a relation between the radius of curvature and the focus. R is equals to F by 2. Okay, so this is the formula you should remember. Okay, I'm sorry, F is equals to R by 2. Okay, F is equals to R by 2. So this is the formula you should remember. Here it is written, F is equals to R by 2. If R is positive, F also you are going to get positive. If R is negative, F also you are going to get negative. Okay, so here a radius of curvature is given, so easily you can find the focal length. It is 3 meter. 3 meter by 2, you are going to get 1 point plus positive 1.50 meter. Okay, and next is object is placed. Okay, bus is located. Bus is the object here, so it is located at 5 meter from this mirror. Okay, it means the object distance is 5 meter, and object distance is always negative, so it is minus 5 meter. Okay, so we're using the mirror formula. What is the mirror formula? Mirror formula is 1 by V plus 1 by U. Okay, V is the image distance, B is the image distance, and U, okay, and U is the object distance. Okay, U is the object distance, B is the image distance. So they are reciprocals, 1 by B plus 1 by U. If you add the reciprocals, you are going to get the reciprocal of focal length, that is 1 by F. Okay, so using the formula 1 by B plus 1 by U equals to 1 by F, here there are 3 unknown quantities. Out of this, 2 of them you know, you know the object distance, okay, that is minus 5 meter, and you have formulated the focal length, that is also plus 1.5 meter. Okay, so put those two values and you can get the 1 by v. Okay, so 1 by b plus 1 by u equals to 1 by f. So 1 by b will be equals to 1 by f minus 1 by u. Okay, so now put the values of f and u, and you are going to get that 1 by b is equals to 1 by b is equals to 6.5 by 7.5. Okay, 5 plus 1.5 here, so 6.5 by 7.5. So the v will be equals to 1.15 meter. Okay, if you are getting v in the positive sign, get to know here that the image is found on the positive axis. And also you know that from the Rie diagrams of convex mirror, the image is always virtual. Okay, for the convex mirror, image is always found on the positive x-axis. So image is virtual, and always you will be getting the image distance in positive sign. Okay, next what is it is asking? It is asking for position, which we have found out, and next is nature and size. Convex mirror, so you know the nature, that it is the virtual and erect, and size of the image. Okay, so size of the image, how are you going to get? For that there is another formula, that is magnification. Okay, so the magnification is equals to h dash by h, and that is equals to minus v by u. Okay, so magnification is equals to minus v by u. This you should remember. And here you have found out the v, so you can put the value for the v and also the u already given. So you can get the m. Okay, and how much m here you are getting? That is minus v by u. So minus v you have got plus 1.15. Okay, and u already it is given minus 5. Okay, don't forget to take the signs. Minus minus it becomes plus, and 1.15 by 5 meter you are getting 0.23. Meter will be cancelled, so magnification has no unit. So the magnification is 0.23. It means it is 23 by 100. 23 by 100 means if the object distance is 100, the image distance will be 23. This is convex mirror. It is understandable that the image length is always smaller. We always get a very diminished image. Okay, so the v also, so the ratio is also less than 1. Okay, so next problem we are going to see, that is example 10.2. So here object is given 4 centimeter in size. Okay, h is given. H denotes the object size, and where it is placed means the placed at 25 centimeter in front of concave mirror. Okay, here we are talking about concave mirror, and the object is placed means it is 25 centimeter is the object position. Object distance u is equals to minus. Okay, always take the object distance as negative, and the object size, it will also be always positive, parallel to the positive y-axis. Okay, and how much is the focal length? Focal length is 15 centimeter. Okay, and it is concave mirror. Concave mirror means you know all the light rays, parallel light rays will converge, and the focus will be formed on the will be formed on the negative x-axis. Okay, this is the positive x-axis and this is the negative x-axis. So the focal length will be negative for a concave mirror, and it is always, so it is minus 15 centimeter. So what you need to find out, that at what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed in order to get the image. Screen will be placed on the screen, you are going to get the image means it is the image distance which you need to find out. So v equals to how much, that you need to find out. Okay, so next is also find the nature and size of the image. Okay, so once you get the image distance, you can get the nature, and size of the image, size of the object is given, so size of the image also you can find out. Okay, so from the mirror formula is 1 by b plus 1 by u equals to 1 by f. So here you know the f minus 15, and also you know u minus 25. Easily you can get v. Okay, so 1 by v equals to 1 by f, the plus 1 by u take it to RHS, so it becomes minus. So 1 by f minus 1 by u. Okay, f, put the value minus 15, minus, then 1 by u, put the value u, that is minus 25, and solve this one. Okay, after solving, how much you are getting? 1 by v is equals to minus 2 by 75, or v is equals to minus 37.5 centimeter. Okay, so where the screen should be placed? 37.5 centimeter, and minus means in front of the mirror. On the, it is a concave mirror, so on the negative x-axis, the screen should be placed on the negative x-axis. We are going to get the image, because the image is negative 37.5 centimeter we have got. Okay, so next, coming to find out the size of the image or the height of the image. Okay, for that the formula we knew, that is m is equals to minus v by u. Okay, or m is also equals to h dash. H dash means the size of the image. Okay, that is your h dash, and h is size of the object. Okay, so m is equals to h dash divided by h equals to, h dash means size of the image, so in the numerator will come the distance of the image distance, and in the denominator you will take the object distance, that is u. Okay, so put all the values. V you have found out, u is already given, h is already given, and what else you need? H dash you need to find out. So this equation, what is the equation? Is h dash by h is equals to minus v by u. So this one, you know, h is given, that is 4 centimeter, v minus b is given, u is given. So just take the h from the LHS to the RHS. It is in denominator, so it will go to the numerator. So that is why h dash has become minus b by u multiplied h. Now put the values, and you can get h dash is equals to minus 6 centimeter. Minus means the image is parallel to the negative y-axis. Okay, so here it is the concave mirror, and it has the y-axis. Okay, here this much is positive y-axis, this much is negative y-axis, and h dash we are getting in negative, means obviously the image is parallel to the negative y-axis, means the image is inverted. So here you can write easily the image nature, the image is inverted, and also it is, and when the image is inverted, always the image will be enlarged, also enlarged, because h is given 4 centimeter, and the height of the image you are getting 6 centimeter, so obviously the image is enlarged. Okay,